Believe it or not, it is time to call this meeting to order. We do have a quorum. And with that, I would go right to item number 2, which is our opening prayer, and ask Brandon Neal if you would please give us some guidance today, or ask for some guidance.
Thank you. Would y'all join in prayer with me? We'll thank God for the opportunity to join. Lord, we love you and we thank you, Father, for your goodness, your greatness, your mercy over our lives individually and collectively. We thank you, Lord, for the elected officials that are in attendance today. Lord, be it that your hand had appointed them in whichever way it may have. Father, would you be with them as they make this for the better, Lord, of our loved ones around us and the community we care so dearly about. The decisions that might be made would both honor your name and help this great community. Those in attendance today, Lord, the daughters of the American Revolution, Lord, their efforts and their concerns, Father, would they be met with the same diligence in which they might bring them today. The other caring individuals, Lord, that are here, that love this town, this community, take out of their time, Lord, would that time be honored and met, Lord, with your great care and concern. Reminded, Lord, that if we place our cares upon you, Father, that you would shoulder them, Lord, in our lives, and we thank you for that. We thank you for the opportunity always, Lord, to come before you in any forum, in any time, Lord, any public venue or private, because you're good all the time. It's in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Thank you all.
Commissioner Sicking, if you would you lead our pledges? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor to Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Once again, welcome to the Commissioner's Court on the 8th of September. The thing we need to do is to the proclamation approved. We have it right here. I'll tell you what, I'm going to come down there and read the proclamation, then I'm going to, we'll get it approved then, and then I'll make the presentation too. Pardon? No, heavens no, I'll come down there. Good morning. Right out here in the middle here. Surrounding. Who is coming here? You are. Okay. Okay. Let's first of all read the proclamation, and then we'll get the proclamation approved, and then we'll actually make a presentation. Cooke County Commissioners Court proclamation declaring Constitution Week. Whereas the Constitution of the United States of America, the guardian of our liberties, embodies the principles of limited government in a republic dedicated to rule by law, and whereas it is fitting and proper to accord official recognition to this magnificent document and its memorable anniversary, and to the patriotic celebrations which will commemorate it, and whereas Public Law 915 guarantees the issuing of a proclamation each year by the President of the United States of America designating September 17th through the 23rd as Constitution Week. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Cooke County Commissioners Court does hereby recognize and proclaim the week of September 17th through 23rd as Constitution Week. Be opposed? There are none. The resolution passes 5-0. And with that, I would
Gotcha. Got it.
Wait till we, if you want to, wait till we get the proclamation.
Gotcha.
Hang on just a second. Well, no,
I can see her right from here.
I'm in my right mind.
okay, with that, I present this to you.
I can see everybody. 1, 2, 3.
Item number 7 is the consent agenda, and the consent agenda includes non-controversial and routine items that the court may act on with one single vote. The judge or a commissioner may pull any item from the consent agenda in order that the court discuss and act upon it individually as part of the regular agenda.
Like pull Q or at least ask the question,
Which one is that?
block safety.
Sure.
Is that in your budget, is that grant, or what is that? Is that block cameras?
So basically, you've already signed this. The judge has already signed this once, but because our fiscal year and her fiscal year is going to match up, we need to sign it again.
Okay.
It's already been approved. The money, the county's portion of the money will come out of our seas funds.
Okay. All right, thank you.
We're really not pulling it.
No, it's not.
No.
It is a grant
It is grant.
for
Okay.
26.
All right. Thank you.
And that was item number Q, not pulled but discussed.
Just a question.
I'll make a motion, we approve the consent agenda.
Motion, Commissioner Snuggs makes the motion we approve. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Sicking. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? And there are none. The consent agenda passes 5-0. Item number 8, deliberate and second, Commissioner Sicking. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? And there are none. That motion passes 5-0. Item number 10, deliberate and consider possible action regarding allowing the Downtown Gainesville Alliance to place family-friendly fall decorations on the courthouse lawn from mid-September through early November.
Hi, I'm Suzanne with I own Infinity Rain, and then we are a new volunteer nonprofit called the Denton or the Gainesville Alliance, Downtown Gainesville Alliance, and our goal is just to bring community to downtown again, and one of those things is the Cooke.
Fall into Gainesville is kind of a theme that we would like to go with this holiday season. My name is Cassie Westover. I'm the owner of Casey's Candy Company. And Susan had reached out to see about doing some sort of program for the fall to increase business and revenue for the downtown business owners, and also to bring in tourists for photo op, just photo ops here in our beautiful county. And I have experience with doing setups for pumpkin large-scale pumpkin patches in the past. These are some of our props, and we would love the opportunity to be able to set one display on the corner of Commerce Street and California Street, and then a second display on the corner of Dixon Street and California Street, so that no matter which direction you're traveling on Highway 51, you would.
Sleighs with Denton County and
yes.
stuff on it.
And if this is something that works out, I think the Downtown Alliance, and excuse me if I'm wrong, but we may want to do more of these for different seasons, Christmas, Easter, things like that, things that just attract people to our downtown because it's beautiful. We really do have a lot of great shops and Airbnbs and things like that, and we just want to bring people here.
Is this at no cost to the county, is that correct?
That's correct.
And tell me again, what group are you?
It's the Downtown Gainesville Alliance. I don't know if y'all have seen some of our Facebook posts. We've been doing reels about downtown, trying to get attractions, and we do probably about 12 events every year just to bring people downtown and help the local businesses out.
I'll make a motion that we approve it. We might need to work on a few details, but
Second.
How do you,
We have a motion, Commissioner Snuggs, to approve this item, item number 10. Second, Commissioner Hollowell, and I think it's a great idea. You have a question?
I just, when you put your props down, how do you anchor them, or, I mean, that, I think we do have a sprinkler system out there somewhere, so it might be something we need to check
We do,
into.
my husband with us, make sure we don't put it on any of the sprinkler heads, so it doesn't damage any of y'all's equipment.
Right.
We will stake what we can down. There are some items that we won't be able to stake, like the pumpkins, of course. But with both of our businesses right down the street, we'd be able to keep an eye on it daily, just to make sure that if anything is out of place, we can come and rectify that.
Right, and I
Probably
was just kind of throwing that out there, just,
Gotta be safe and sorry.
probably whenever he goes to set up, maybe get with
Get with
Chelsea so we can get with our maintenance guys. He can point out any sprinklers or any other issues.
There are a lot of help.
I might put them to work.
That's all right.
Any other, any other concerns or?
I was just thinking about during election time, I had my 100-foot signs, but that shouldn't be a problem.
That shouldn't be.
Shouldn't be a problem, and I wouldn't think,
That's the
but
only thing I'm thinking of, and we won't have any political signs.
And
Okay.
typically, these will be picked up by election day.
Well, it's here in our enrollment, which starts October 20th, so it's
October
just
20th,
a sign
okay.
I have to put out, with this, over in this corner, but I don't think, I mean, even if I have to put it right in front of the decoration.
Yeah,
it'll
it wouldn't
be
matter,
fine.
yeah.
Okay. I just wanted
I
think it's
I
a great
wouldn't think-
idea. So,
I have a whole lot more, but I won't push you on that. We'll give you some time to get used to me.
okay, that's a good idea, good plan. Thank you very much,
we
and
need to vote on it.
And then pull the vote.
do what?
Call the vote.
We haven't
Yeah,
voted.
we need to vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? There are none.
Thank y'all so much.
Item number 10 passes 5-0, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
And the one suggestion was, you might check with either Chelsea or me, one of the two, and we'll get one of the maintenance guys to kind of check and see where you're gonna set up, okay? When you do go to set up, make sure it doesn't interfere with sprinkler systems or anything like that. That's a good idea.
Ms. Chelsea, I'm sorry, Sarah, how much time would you need notice to be able to get a maintenance man? Because we can definitely plan our setup with you.
I mean.
Oh, just that day?
That day,
That day.
yeah,
Yeah.
the day before, yeah.
Okay, great.
They do leave at 3 o'clock, so if it's any time after that, they're here from Friday, 6 a.m.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And come take pictures.
Thank you very much. Okay, item number 11, open public hearing regarding the final plat for Cloud 9 in Precinct 2. We'll open that public hearing at 10:19. Anybody here to speak on Cloud 9 in Precinct 2? 10:19. Item number 13, deliberate and consider possible action regarding the approval of the final plat for Cloud 9 in Precinct 2. Commissioner Snuggs.
Everything's in order for this. It's just 3 lots. They all have road frontage. It's been through P&Z. It's been here. This is the final, and the owner is not here because I believe he had a doctor's appointment. So, I make a motion that we approve the Cloud 9 subdivision.
Commissioner Snuggs makes the motion to approve.
Second.
Item number 13, Cloud 9 subdivision. Second, Commissioner Arndt. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? There are none. Item number 13 passes 5-0. Item number 14, deliberate and consider a possible action regarding a burn ban. Keith, would you like to?
Yeah, I don't think we need to do it at this time. I provided it. We're at 526. We were at 609 2 weeks ago. We're at 526. The rain's held. So I don't think we need to consider it. I'm going to remove it from the agenda moving forward. I'll add it if we need to.
Great.
Any
Thank
questions?
No
Thank you.
questions?
Thank you.
Okay. I'll make the motion that we do not enter into a burn ban at this time.
We can just do no action, can't we?
Well,
I mean,
it's gone both ways before. We can do a no action if you wish.
however you want to do it.
Let's go ahead and vote no on the burn ban. Deliberate and consider possible action regarding the draft of the Cooke County AI policy.
That's probably going to be a living document. He's probably going to have to change that occasionally. I would make the motion, we approve it.
Motion Commissioner Hollowell to approve item number 15.
Second. Second.
Item number 15 is seconded by Commissioner Snuggs. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? There are none. Item 15 passes 5-0. Item number 16, deliberate and consider the possible action regarding the Child Welfare Board and replacing Taylor Smith, Nicolette Medlock, and Marcia Weaver with Joyce Hopkins, Jennifer Ridge, Shannon Sharp, Tata Crockett, Jody Henderson, and Lucretia Still. I'll make the motion that happen. Second, Commissioner Sicking. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? There are none. Item number 16 passes 5-0. Item number 17, deliberate and consider possible action regarding the Victim Assistance Coordinator salary for the remainder of FY25.
Elizabeth was able to provide me 2 breakdowns of what that salary was at the onset of the grant in fiscal year 2013, and if you consider the raises during that period and where it would come to, she has come up with a number for fiscal year 2026 to be $43,820. There's longevity pay for this particular victim assistance coordinator and the other factors. So we're asking the court to consider all those items in making a decision on what that salary ought to be. Do you have any questions?
So explain to me what she does.
I beg your pardon?
What she does? I
Did
mean,
you read the memo with the statute in it?
some of it that apparently I don't understand. I mean, you said she does 900 annually.
Right.
Well, that's 3.5 every day.
If you look at Texas Code Criminal Procedure, Article 56A.202, it gives the description of the conduct of the Victim Assistance Coordinator and what she must do, what her duties are. And recently, the legislative update provided us additional information regarding what the Victim Assistance Coordinator will have to do under the new legislation, which adds a number of items in terms of informing victims. So that's primarily what she does. So between those two things, did you have any questions specifically about that?
Well, you said she did 900 a year annually?
Right.
So she's doing 5, 6 a day?
No, sir. Well,
That's why I'm asking, how does that
yeah,
work?
the way it works is, so let's say we have a murder case, felony murder. You may have multiple victims in that case. You have obviously the victim of the crime, but then you have family members that also are entitled to notice through this process. So for one event, you might have 5 or 6 different people that qualify for victim assistance. In other instances, like an assault family violence case, misdemeanor case, you might only have one victim. So that will vary depending on what is being prosecuted and what cases are coming up. So I don't think there's an average per day. I think you'd have to look at, how these come up. And it's not one meeting with them. So for example, we had that horrible case with the child abuse. That involved a lot of meetings, a lot of people from, coordinating out of state. And so there wasn't a way to measure that per day.
Ed, I think you and HR both done a good job putting us some numbers together. I'm under the impression what it's really doing is asking the court to supplement the funds that went away with the Victims Assistance Coordinator grant.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up. That application is done on an annual basis, and it's done through the Attorney General's office. So they get to pick and choose which ones they want to accept, which ones they want to deny. Other counties have been in a situation similar to ours where it's been denied one year, and then the following year they give it. And I don't know how they calculate that, and you don't have any right of appeal, and they don't have to tell you. So it could come back.
And my concern is when we initially received this grant, it was made clear, just as we've done with SB 22, that if the grant goes away, if the money goes away, we wouldn't supplement it.
Yeah. The problem that we have, Commissioner, is that we are required to have these positions. So the grant allowed us to have a means to supplement that when we first got it. And I don't know whether this grant will be eliminated. The state of Texas cannot print money. And so whether or not this will be renewed for anybody or for us in particular, I don't know. But what we need to do is put this position into place as a salary position, and that's why I gave you all those numbers.
And I don't disagree. And I'm not suggesting we do away with the position. I'm just suggesting to the court that we don't supplement this grant, because if we do that, we set precedent. When SB 22 goes away, then that's about a $600,000 supplement we got to come up with. And it's a matter of integrity for the court, because it was made clear, just as it was with SB 22, when the grant went away, the money went away.
And with regard to these grants, there's no guarantees.
Yeah.
I mean, when they put it in place, there are no guarantees. So I agree with that. But
as you said, it may come back next year.
And it may.
And if it does, then
we can save that money. But over the time that we've had the grant, we've saved the county about $500,000. So,
and of course, we didn't do salary surveys when we started the grant, because it was designated X amount of dollars.
Right.
And that employee or that position went from, well, the position didn't exist, but it went from a $29,000 to about, I don't know, we all have the numbers, 41 or 42.
Right.
This year, the coming year, and I guess you guys read this, the base was 43,820 with the grant. It was 59,929.
well, the average is 59.
Yeah, and then we added SB 22 on top of that. And we're fortunate that with you guys adding SB 22, it has much less impact on the position.
Yes, sir.
So with SB 22, it was at 72.9. If we take it back to the base,
In the 60s.
it's 64,000.
Right.
So at that point, that falls within the range of the ones in which you looked at.
Right.
So, and again, to me, it's not about the performance, not about the numbers. This is not a personnel issue. It's absolutely about the grant. And I would suggest to the court that if we not supplement that grant and we leave it at, but with the base, and assuming you choose to continue with $13,000, that's about $64,000. I mean, then it's up to the individuals whether or not they want to work for that amount of money. But that's just again, nothing to do with the individual. I know it's an impact on the individual. I don't mean to discount that.
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying is that's why we wanted to give you this information, because we never had that survey. We gathered that, and Elizabeth was good enough to give us that breakdown so that you could look at what that was.
Yeah. So,
And luckily we've got the 22 money to go with that, so it doesn't seem like it's gonna be a gigantic hit. What's it, $2,000?
somewhere around there.
If that grant would have continued, would that position have gotten that grant money and SB 22, or did you?
Yes, about $88,000.
Yeah, because the SB 22 allows for victim assistance coordinators to be supplemented as well.
And again, it'll be up to you guys. I mean, y'all come in here 2 weeks ago and make some changes to your budget. I mean,
Right.
y'all certainly can do that if you choose to do
Right.
so, as long as it doesn't affect general fund dollars. But I personally I'll make the motion that we leave it at base plus whatever the SB 22 or the offices decide to supplement it.
Just the minus this.
So that,
Grant.
make sure I understand you. So what you're saying is that FY 26 figure I gave you, that 43,820, is what you're talking about, right? It's on the second page of that, man.
It's what she's proposing for 26, I believe, Ed, and we can let HR weigh in here so I don't
Yeah,
misspeak.
that's what
But
Elizabeth
it'd be at
gave
the
us.
43,820,
Yes,
and then there's $7,000 in longevity. That's 50,000 plus 13, yeah. What?
The grant ended August 31st, so,
When the grant went away, it went away.
right, that means in September, what are you gonna pay?
Oh, we had to figure, okay, that's what the budget item, or the agenda item says is for the FY 25.
Well, you're gonna pay her base.
Well,
I mean, when it went away, it went away.
right, so,
I mean, I have to count on you guys to give us that number, but
well, I would think that for this agenda item, that it would be for the pay for September, and then the rest could be addressed under the budget, because that's for 26.
okay,
We're
so.
just talking 1 month.
So what we're looking at then is the 42.5 something. That was it for 25?
Yes.
Yeah, so,
So if I understand you correctly, what we're saying is to cover the period until the budget starts again, right? We're looking at that 25, fiscal year 25.
well, we're looking at a month in 25, and then we're looking forward.
And then,
into
so what we're doing
26.
is changing the budget for 26.
Is it in the budget for 26, Shelley? Is the grant money in the budget at 26?
Yes.
Okay, so yes, we need to change.
So we got to back that out and go back to the, okay.
Yeah. I don't have a second yet, I don't know what we're doing, but.
I'll second that.
Can you say the motion? Get on your mic.
Was I not on black earlier? Okay. I would make the motion that we fund September, which is the last month in 25, right? Okay. We would fund that at the base rate.
42 42,544.06.
42,540, but that's a portion, you're gonna have to break that out.
Right, but we
Yeah,
can
yeah, a month's worth of it, or whatever it is.
divide it by 26. which is-
Pay periods,
Yes.
because you get it all the bi-weekly breakdowns. Trying to think of a way to simplify this. But ultimately, we will begin to pay at base pay at the end of the contract date.
Minus,
Well, when we take her back to base pay, that does minus the grant.
Yeah.
well, there's other things that are in there.
Not for us.
No SB 22. or-
No, we're not affecting SB 22,
Strictly,
strictly what's coming out of general fund monies.
all right.
And we want a zero impact on general fund. Now, how best to state that? I mean,
So then you're talking about then completing fiscal year 25, the base rate for 25 that Elizabeth provided, and then amending the budget to include fiscal year 26 at that base rate,
yes,
and backing out the proposed budget that had the grant money.
the grant money in it,
Okay.
you're absolutely correct.
All right.
And then you guys can do what you need to with SB 22 or
Yeah, we'll
any
take care of
supplements
that.
that you want to add to it.
Okay.
Okay? But, and the only reason for that, like I said, is because SB 22 now makes that an issue. I mean, it's not one person and,
Right.
and $10,000 or $11,000 we're talking about $600,000 in the future.
Okay. Anybody have any other questions?
Did we vote?
Not yet.
I think I'm still waiting on the,
I got
understand
the
the
second.
motion.
Well, no, we got the
Because
motion.
I just got fund September at the base rate of 42,544,
Yeah.
so I'll get that number, but that's it. Already
And
have
then for FY '26, we're funding, I can blow this up, I really don't need to take my glasses off, right? FY '26 will be 43,820.
What's that?
43.
43,820.14, to be specific. And that actually works out with benefits and stuff of that nature at about $75,086. Real money to the county. Excuse me.
Well, we were already covering benefits.
Yeah, but it's still what that position cost.
Yeah.
Okay?
Second, okay. So we have a motion, we have a second, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? There are none. Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you, Ed.
Item number 18, deliberate and consider possible action regarding any changes to the FY '26 budget.
Can I
And
make a
think we just
suggestion?
talked about one.
Yeah, can I make a suggestion, Judge?
Sure.
18 and 19 could affect that. Why don't, I'm sorry, 19 and 20 could affect that. Let's drop 18 down to 21 or something.
Let's just skip 18 for the time being
Yeah,
and go
that's
to 19 and
because-
20.
yeah.
All right.
Because both the county attorney and the sheriff are gonna have some requests for some changes that we may
Okay.
need to adapt or adopt or whatever.
We're going to bypass 18. We'll come back and pick it up after item 20. Item number 19, deliberate and consider possible action regarding allowing the sheriff's office to use $11,659 plus fringes from the courthouse security fund to help offset the SB 22 overage and pay the 4 courthouse security employees for the FY '26 budget.
Okay, good morning. Elizabeth just provided me with the exact amount, which would be $13,473. That's.
What was that number?
$13,473.
Okay.
That contains the retirement and the FICA and unemployment, so. So let me say this, as we go into FY '26, so we have to have zero balance, okay, in our SB 22, so we can't go in over budget And so we have to zero the count and make it, and what I propose is to show that we can use courthouse security funds, not the general fund money, but the court costs and fines portion of that courthouse security fund. That we pay the courthouse security guys their SB 22 stipend, but we pay it out of that courthouse security fund. And what that'll generate is $13,866. So month one, and you know, it depends on whether you're a jailer or a supervisor or what, but you're going to average between $300 and $400, I think, a month per individual. So at $300 a month, and that's the low end, it's probably more than that, but that tells you 8 vacancies, that's about $2,400 a month to the good that we're going to have. And so as we go through the 12-month fiscal year, if we carry those vacancies, and I can tell you we're not ever going to fill up. I mean, we may for a month, and then we're back down the rabbit hole. But that's just a one-time deal, start off the year. I don't think we'll spend out of it, but if we have to, it's there. And I would say to you the next year, if we still have issues that we're just going to have to cut all of us. And I'm going to give you an example. Elizabeth may know the exact number, but say I have 80 individuals, including myself. You know, we had $350,000 to divide that into. Well, we got a new employee this time, so now it's 81 going into that same amount of money. So that automatically tells you that it's going to be less. So in FY27, we still have this issue, we're just going to have to take the cut. And it may be $2 per check per employee or whatever. It's not going to be a great amount to balance it, but we may have to do that. I would prefer to go in FY26, count those general or courthouse security funds, and let's see how we work out through the year and what we're going to need.
Could you not cut starting 26, and then if you have a surplus toward the end, give a stipend? Would that not, is that, I mean, that would keep you from getting in the situation you're in now.
Well, part of the situation we're in now was because of an overtime issue.
Now,
And because of an employee that's totally funded in SB 22, which I did not attend, but I'm not going to argue that point now. I'm just saying to you, we can zero the count by showing those courthouse security funds that aren't county taxpayer dollars. And I don't think we'll have an issue, but I hate to cut my folks $26,000. Right
I'm
off
just
the bat.
saying.
But I see what you're saying.
For the start of next year, so next year at this time, we're not sitting here doing the same thing. You've got the money set aside, and if you got surplus, then they all get a stipend. They'll get their money, but if you got a overage, then it's taken care of. Does that make sense?
Are you suggesting maybe, Matt, that instead of $27,339, he pulled $30,000 out of courthouse security money, and then he have $6,000 or $7,000 to play with?
No, I'm saying on his SB money. Is he saying if this happens again next year, he's gonna cut everybody's SB money to make it work? Or why don't you cut it a little bit now for 26, and then at the end of the year, if you're running in good shape, you got extra money, they get a stipend and go on. Otherwise, you got your money to, if you run into a shortfall, then you've got your money sitting there.
That might be an HR auditor nightmare for county, and I don't know. But
I mean, we give stipends anyway, don't we? Or do we not?
we don't know.
I hear what you're saying,
I mean,
Commissioner.
what are you thinking?
I tend to look at FY26, or excuse me, FY25 as an anomaly. I don't think it's a good year to judge off of, but for our situation.
But if you're not fully staffed, then you don't utilize all your money and you gotta give some back. And that way, on SB,
Well,
you don't have to give any back.
if I,
You have to give, when they do the audit on the SB 22, they determine how much we've used, and whatever the difference is, we have to return.
Yeah, give back, give back.
But that goes to the grant, it doesn't come back
But-
into our check.
Doesn't come down, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so,
yeah, but, I think the attorneys are still limited on how they can spend their money, but
you can drop
I
yours
have
on
many more
equipment.
options.
Right.
So we're never gonna
Give you back.
turn any back. If we have some left, we would plug it in towards new units, equipment. So we're never gonna get it back.
Right.
So if we do this, Shelley, you do some type of line item adjustment, transfer it from a fund, or how you gonna do that
We set up a code and payroll and it charges,
to that? And
To
there's
that.
enough in the next, what, have we got 2 pay periods left?
well, that's not for this year, it's for next year.
Okay.
This grant runs through September.
Okay, so, but we're moving 13,000 to make this year whole, right?
No, for next year.
It's all next year.
Yeah, I just need 13,473, which you can see in about 4 months.
Sheriff to use 11,659, what's the number now? I'm looking on the agenda item, it says 11,659.
It's plus fringes, and she gave him all his
Okay,
extra.
what's the number? Elizabeth, Ray, what's the number?
13,473.
And no pennies? Anybody got anything?
But Commissioner, that's what I say, in about 3 or 4 months with those vacancies, we've already got that money to where we don't have to spend it out of most of it else now. Which, by the way, those 4 guys are already getting $3,000 a month stipend out of that account. There's quite a bit of money in that account because it's kind of restricted on what we can spend it on. But salary and stipends are one of those things we can use it for.
And the sheriff, I think we're gonna hear from the counselor too, that what they're doing is finding different funds to offset the SB 22 numbers for this year. And this is how it differs from the previous one that we just heard about. We'd have a way to offset that grant money. I would make the motion that we allow the sheriff to use $13,473 of courthouse security money in the 26 budget to cover any SB 22 overages.
Second.
That'd be in the 26 budget, or that,
But 26 budget?
I thought he was
26
short
budget.
already now. It's not finishing out the year.
No, this is for 26.
Yeah, he doesn't have the problem in 25 right now.
Okay, we have a motion, go ahead and you wanna, did you get that? You got it, okay. And we have a second, Commissioner Snuggs. The original motion was Commissioner Hollowell. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? There are none. Motion passes 5-0. Brings us to item number 20, deliberate and consider possible action regarding allowing the county attorney to use $5,000 plus fringes from the diversion funds to help offset SB 22 overage and pay the investigator's salary for the FY 26 budget.
Thank you. So Elizabeth was kind enough to give me an update this morning. The initial amount we thought was $5,000 based on the information Shelley had provided us before, but after we calculated it out, The total amount we need is $7,741.
7,741.
Yes, sir. And what this is,
Well, my number did not include the DA's office. So my number to you was just your.
right, that's what I'm saying, but I didn't understand that nuance. So
Yeah.
Elizabeth straightened it out for us. So that's the amount we need to do.
Okay. Motion.
Second.
Motion Commissioner Hollowell, second Commissioner Snuggs to pass item number 20. You got those? Okay. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? There are none.
Thank you.
Motion passes 5-0.
Ed, you're coming back, right?
Brings us back to item number 18 now. Item number 18, deliberate and consider possible action regarding any changes to the FY26 budget.
Shelley, you've got items 17, 19, and 20, right?
I had to add $3,000 to the HR budget, for CARES Light went up on their, per person subscription or rate. So, I added 3,000. I'm adding 14,400 to the sheriff's subscription line to pay Denton County for the radio subscriber contract each year. And I'm adding $5,000 to his radio and communications line 422 for any emergency repairs to our radio towers that we put up. We had a lightning strike at Walnut Bend, and the paging repeater had to be repaired. And so we didn't have any place to pay for that, and so added money to his budget for next year for unlikely.
While you're talking about that just a minute, that 14.4 is monthly rentals. The cities should anticipate getting a bill. So
And
if
we're
you
gonna
hear
have to
anything
bill
about it,
for 24 and 25.
yeah, so if y'all are hearing anything, that's the deal. We're getting charged and we pass that charge on. So those that's got 10 or 12 radios, or,
The contract says we have 150 subscribers.
I think that is
Us,
just,
and is just us, or is it?
I think that, we need to verify. I mean, I think that, that 150 may just be county radios, but there's some, we need to verify that number.
Okay. And Precinct 2 made some changes to his budget. I didn't get any changes from any other commissioners.
I would like to add one to mine from machinery, capital machinery, 362,000, 362,000.
Add that or make it that?
Add it
362,000?
for a new truck.
Okay. Anybody else? Going once? I don't know what the changes to, the DA's office for the Victims Assistance Coordinator will do. It will lower it, but I don't have that.
But you're gonna fix the number.
I'll fix the numbers, but I can't tell you exactly what it's gonna be right this minute.
Is that what?
I think that's all I had.
For the record, let me throw my usual three out there. I would like to see something for additional for the fire departments. I would like to see something like a sell to prosperity, and I would like to see a reduction in the DA and the county attorney's budgets in order to pay for some of the legal problems that we're having right now. Is there any interest in any of those right there? If not, I'll be quiet.
We have any changes to the preliminary other than the ones we just referenced. Leaving anything out? Going once.
Then what, say that again.
I said, do we have any other changes?
The revenue will also come down for the Victims Assistance Grant.
Yeah, but that's not our choice, right?
Well,
Yeah.
no,
But yeah, but
it'll
you'll have
come,
to reduce
it'll
that.
come down, just
Yeah.
that grant.
That's
Do
what-
we want to think about that? I know we dropped it out the last two, but the weigh station, I haven't heard anything on it.
The what?
The
What?
weigh station,
For several years out, I
Pretty
would
much
guess.
gone.
I don't know. I mean, we've had a couple of 100,000 in there or something, right, or 500,000. What's in there, Shelley? Did we put any in
brought
the
it down
last
to
budget?
zero the last 2 years.
Zero. And I'd be in favor of kicking that down the road another year. What do you think?
I mean, they're getting,
I mean, if we have to, we could reach out to some contingency money and get our portion of that. Initially, wasn't we setting aside a couple $100,000? Because we were gonna sign up for what, the scales or something?
yeah.
We got in a bind, we could,
Everything I've heard is kind of,
it kind of died on the vine. Shelley, would that be capital improvement money?
Yes.
So it wouldn't come out of the,
I mean, you could.
anybody interested in any of the judge's interest there? I'd make the motion that we approve the preliminary budget with the changes noted this morning. Is that the right motion, Shelley? Do you understand that?
I don't know that you have to do that.
What?
I don't know that you have to do that.
Yes.
You gotta approve the final budget.
Yeah, but we have to have a public hearing.
Oh, well, okay, I'm premature. Okay.
And then I got some wording for you.
Well, I don't want that wording. That's-
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna leave that for the chief budget officer.
That one was just for changes.
That was
For
18.
y'all to talk about.
Okay.
On,
So,
you just made a motion on 18, right?
your budget changes, yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
that, we go back to 18, the budget changes. And the only change between today's budget and the preliminary budget that we approved, didn't vote on, but
Are the ones
approved,
that Shelley has,
that Shelley has noted,
right, correct.
which was the 17, 19, 20, and the things you need to change on radios and stuff of that nature.
Correct.
With all that being said, I want to touch base back on what Adam said with the weigh station. So if the state did come to us and said, hey, y'all need to do something August 1st of next year, we do have a way to
Capital
rebudget.
improvement money.
Okay, just making sure on that.
We did budget
'Cause
money
they-
capital improvement. We didn't specify what for, but if you remember, we throwed some in for the bank, stuff like that.
Because there's been a little talk that it's not died on the vine, it's just still delayed.
Well, yeah.
I don't foresee it this year, but it didn't want to be sleeping on it or have our, sitting on our hands.
I suspect we can handle it, and we're waiting on the I-35 construction, I'm sure, before they
Yeah,
figure out exactly where they want to put it.
that they're about to start on that.
But previous court, we did agree to,
Okay.
Yeah, for sure, I was just reiterating that.
okay. So, on
So-
18, we now have what, motion and second?
We have a motion second on item 18. All in,
Who seconded, I'm sorry?
say again?
Who seconded? Jason.
Jason did. Okay, I'm sorry. Item number 18 has been motioned and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? There are none. Item 18 passes 5-0, which brings us to item number 21, and we're going to open a public hearing on the proposed budget at 11:01. Do what? I'm going to wait just another 5 minutes or so, maybe. All right. There evidently is no one wants to speak on the budget. Item number 22 will close the public hearing at 11:02. Item number 23, deliberate and consider possible action regarding adopting the FY '26 budget. Now, let me read this motion here. I make the motion that this budget will raise more revenue from property taxes than last year's budget by an amount of $2,479,906, which is a 10% increase from last year's budget. The property tax revenue to be raised from new all vote.
He has to read that for transparency, but in reality, when we have a 3.5% revenue cap, we can't have 10% increase.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
So.
Say again now?
It's not on you.
No.
I'm saying we're obligated to read that supposedly
Right.
for truth in taxation, but we can't have it both ways. We can't have a 10% increase when we got a 3.5% revenue cap. So
Well, that's right.
anyway,
Well, because the appraisals come into play with that, but it doesn't.
but by the time you get done, just like last year, whenever you work through all the equation, we got a 0.77% increase in revenues last year, not any 10%.
Got ready to take over.
Yeah, whenever you're
I'm-
ready.
well,
Let's
as
finish
soon
this.
as this vote is-
Okay.
Okay, calls for a roll call vote. Commissioner Hollowell?
We vote to approve the budget.
Did we get a second?
Yes.
Who was it? I didn't know.
Who made the motion? I make the motion?
You
No,
made-
no, nobody made, you just read it. I don't think
This
so.
was the motion.
He said I made.
That was the motion.
Oh, that's all, okay.
Yeah.
No,
I
you're
thought-
right.
I
No,
thought
you're
you
right.
had seconded it.
Oh,
Oh,
before
okay.
I seconded anything, I wanted,
I'm sorry.
To-
We have a motion. Do we have a second on the budget?
I will second it.
Second, that's what I thought. Okay, roll call vote. Commissioner Hollowell,
Aye.
Commissioner Snuggs.
Aye.
I will vote no.
Aye.
Commissioner Arndt is aye. Commissioner Sicking.
Aye.
Aye. So we have a 4-1 vote on the FY '25 budget.
No.
FY '26 budget, excuse me. We got to get that straight. It's the FY '25 taxes we're about to do. All right, with that, I've got to leave. You got your agenda?
I got it.
Okay, Commissioner Hollowell's going to take over.
He needs that.
Yeah.
I'll give
pass
that to
on
Jason.
down to him.
Give that to Jason.
Yeah. Okay.
This is just.
All right.
Okay, we are,
You guys later.
thank you, Judge, for coming in and dealing with this. For item 24, we need to open a public hearing on the tax rate. It's 11:05. Have anyone here that wants to speak to the tax rate? Having no one present or anyone present that wants to speak on the tax rate, we will close the public hearing at 11:05.
The order, no, I was gonna do it while they're in executive session and come back. But I have it written, I wrote it
So
down.
24 was to open it, 25 was to close it, 26 is to set the tax rate, vote on the tax rate. But, I'm sorry, adopt the tax rate. I move that the property tax rate be increased by the adoption of the tax rate of .3355, which is effectively a 6% increase in the tax rate. This tax rate will raise more taxes for maintenance and operation than last year's tax rate. The tax rate will effectively be raised by 6%, and that will raise taxes for maintenance and operation on a $100,000 home by approximately $172.93.
And once again, that's not a 6% raise, it's just the way
Speak up.
it works. Once again, that is not a 6% increase in taxes, it's just the way that the math works out.
Just two is a roll call vote. I'll vote first. We'll do an order just like we usually do. Aye. Motion carries 4-0, one absent. The judge had to leave for personal reasons. Item 27, we'll move into executive session to discuss real property on Highway 82. I don't.
Get his disc.
We're going to reconvene at 11:43, coming out of executive session. I would make the motion that we authorize the county attorney to proceed with eviction notices to the occupants of the county's property on Highway 82.
Second.
You second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Same sign. Motion passes 4-0, one absent.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn by Commissioner Snuggs,
Second.
second by Commissioner Art. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We're adjourned at 11:43.